Hey girls, it's Jackie Best, your Premier Designs jewelry stylist. I wanted to take just a couple minutes, girl to girl, woman to woman, to just share with you about Premier Designs as a business opportunity. And before you shut it off, let me tell you that when I first heard about it, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. So if you're sitting there thinking, I have no time, I have no money, I am not stylish, I don't wear jewelry, I hate home parties, high five, girl, that was me. When I heard about Premier Designs for the first time, I was a single parent. I worked way too much. I had no money to invest. I didn't wear jewelry. I wasn't stylish. There's no way I could have taught other women how to have style. But God has a plan that none of us know of. And so when I got married and we wanted to have better work-life balance for me, we took a pay cut to make that happen. We wanted to grow our family. And so Premier and the opportunity that it presented was a perfect fit for our family. And now going into our fourth year with Premier, it has been such a blessing because guess what? We now have two babies under 2 years old, and they are now napping right now while I'm doing this video, and I'm home during the day, during the week, because I was able to cut down to part-time hours because of my Premier Designs business. So if any of that intrigues you at all, even if you're like, girl, you have no idea, just hear me out for a few minutes. I'm just going to share some of the basic things about Premier, and then if you have any further interest, of course, you can let one of us know. So with Premier Designs, the most important thing is that we earn 50% of everything we sell. Go check out any other direct sales company. I will guarantee you that you do not earn 50%. You earn that from day one with us. You don't have to reach a certain level to earn 50%. And most importantly, you earn that on the spot. So if you go do a style event and everyone pays you cash, check, or charge, that money is your money. Goes right into your bank account. If they make a checkout, they make it to you personally, not Premier Designs. If they pay by a credit card, you have your own swiper, it goes into your bank account. And then when you submit that on the computer onto Premier, you pay them their 50%, and the other 50% has already been in your bank account. So if you wait a couple days to submit the show because the hostess has to figure out her free jewelry or other people are ordering, that's fine because you had the money on day one. You get paid first. Premier really sees us as a partner, and I'm so blessed that they do that. Now let's chat about the 50%. Let's not just blow by that. Girls, when I do an in-person style event, whether it's at someone's home or a restaurant or even an office, I tend to make about $200 to $300 from each of those because my events average about $400 to $500, actually a little bit more than that, but $400 to $500 is a pretty average amount that you can expect from a in-person event. So you make 50%, so that's about $200 to $300. Actually, for our budget, we budget $200. We budget on the lower end just to be safe. So if you could do one event a week, if you could take one night a week and be away from your family for just a couple hours, would $200 or $300 in your pocket make it worth it? Imagine if you could do just one event a week. That's four, so 4 times 200, that's an extra $800 in your pocket every month. Could your family use that? Even less, could your family use $300 a month or more, $1,000 a month? What could that do to your family, to your credit card bills, to your student loans, to the car that you need to buy, to savings, to a vacation that you want to take, to staying home more with your family? What could that do for you? Now we have another opportunity in Premier to make money, and that is to start a team and do what I do here and just share the opportunity. We don't persuade anyone or sell anyone into joining us. We simply share our story. When you do that, Premier takes the 50% that they earn and they take 10% of that and pay that to your sponsor or to you if you have a team. And so you can see as you share the opportunity more with other people and they join your team, you can then accrue a residual income where you're constantly earning money from them as well. What a blessing. Now, income is usually the reason that people join Premier, but it's not the reason that we stay in Premier. The income has been great, but I'll tell you the two things I didn't realize that I needed were friendships and recognition. First of all, the friendships that I've gathered in Premier have been absolutely amazing. Not only my sponsor who brought me into Premier, but the other women in Premier are so encouraging, and even women that I have never met in Premier. Simply through the trainings that we do, whether it's on Facebook or through conference calls on the computer, we talk and we still have a relationship even though we haven't even met in person. And they're so, so encouraging, especially through the ups and downs because this is a business. The other thing that Premier offers is encouragement and recognition. Now, I don't know about you, but in most of the jobs I've had, encouragement and recognition is not something that is on the top of the list. Premier is really great in that they want us to do the best we can for our family and our own goals. And we all have different goals. Some of us are in for fun money, some of us a hobby, part-time, and some of us do this full-time. So we all have different goals and passions. With Premier, we have no quotas. It's super important to know that. So when you join us, you join either monthly or for a yearly investment, and whichever you choose is a great option. But when you join us, you don't have to sell a certain amount to remain active in Premier. There are no quotas. And this was so amazing because in the 4 years that I've been in Premier, the first year we got married, second year we had a baby, third year we had a baby, and now our babies are 1, 2, and 10. And so without having any quotas, I didn't feel like there was any pressure. When I want to do more events and earn more money, I can. And when I don't want to and I need to take time off, that's okay too. Excuse me, instead of having quotas, what Premier offers us is recognition, contests, and goals. So every so often, Premier will come out with a different contest or a different goal. We also have milestones that we can meet, such as, let's see what we have here. Oh, I dropped it. This one says 25, so that was when I had 25 group events. This one says 100, when I had 100 group events. And there's different things that you can earn along the way. Premier actually provides you a blank canvas charm bracelet when you join us. You get 2 charms to start with. You get the year that you joined Premier and also the first letter of your first name. And those are the first 2 charms that Premier blesses you with. And then as you hit milestones or win contests, you actually get sent a really nice letter congratulating you on your achievement, and then a charm to add to your bracelet. And so your bracelet will continue to grow and flourish, and hey, you might even need another one with the recognition that Premier gives you. And guess what? Most of the charms on here also came with free jewelry. And so if you're wondering if you have to continually purchase, you don't. First of all, Premier never pressures us into purchasing any new jewelry, but if you wish to purchase new jewelry, you can at 50% off. Or you can just accrue free jewelry by the milestones that you hit along the way. And ladies, I've been doing, 2 to 4 to 5 shows, events per month. So this is not like I'm busting my butt here, and I've still hit milestones and still earned free jewelry. So it's not like you have to be doing this full time in order to earn that free jewelry. The last thing I would just want to mention is tax deductions. When you own your own business, you're able to write off mileage and postage, your inventory that you might have. And again, we don't have an inventory. Everything is what we own, but you can write off any of your expenses like that. And that is your own business. You can write off part of your cell phone. If you have a home office, your utilities, there are so many benefits to having your own business. So aside from the income that you get with Premier, the tax benefits are amazing as well. And so ladies, if any of that intrigued you, there's a lot more information obviously to bring to the table, and obviously the cost of it as well, which is so minimal and not a risk at all. But you can go to my website, girlboss.jewelrywithjackie.com. There's another video. There's a feedback questionnaire if you'd like to get some feedback and give me your feedback. And then there's also a way to contact me or any of our team if you'd like some more information. We could chat on the phone. If you're in the Western New York area, we can meet for coffee. And I'd love to just share more of my experience with you and how that might fit into your life. I'm sure it's going to look different. It's different for all of us. But think about it. Don't just let it pass you by. If it's something that you're curious about, why not give it a try? Again, there's really not a ton of risk involved, and you'll never know what a blessing it could be until you give it a try. So I hope you will. Girlboss.jewelrywithjackie.com. Have a blessed day.